Max Branning is returning. Yes, that's right. After 4 years away, Max Branning is returning as Ben Whaley puts his lovely tuckers in the chair and writes his ideas. This coincides with what Kate Oates says last week, where she was given an interview where it was basically like, can you tell us who's returning? I'm not saying there's a return, but there's potentially a return. I'm not saying who it is, but it's potentially someone you love. And that was basically what she said.
Yeah, it's always a funny one with this. I need to stop starting videos like this, but still. Also, let's just make that fairly clear. We did record a big video suggesting who was going to be this big return, but there was a whole load of news last week. So the video where we discuss who this mystery turn will be, which, spoilers, one of them is very much Max. That's coming out Monday. So, just prepare yourselves. That was recorded before this video. So we didn't know at the time that we do now. But for Max being back, it's a big deal, right? Max was, he is kind of the, I'd say, unsung hero. Quite like Stacey was elevated dramatically in the late 2000s and became like an icon. Max Branning, had a absolutely ridiculous introduction. One of the biggest moments in the soap with his affair being revealed at Christmas, with all the Brannings sat watching as their whole family is just blown up in a video game. The whole family is just destroyed. And suddenly he's just like, anybody want the turkey, guys? Anybody want the turkey? Max, come on now.
And just to get my shill in, you can see us reacting to that at Christmas 2025. Prepare.
Great.
Yeah, just getting that in
but
very quickly.
Continuing though, and then from that into the 2010s, where he continued to be Max. And honestly, by the end of the 2010s, he definitely did outstay his welcome. As it's so weird with Max, where if you don't, because he is a smarmy ladies' man, unfaithful, unloyal, never really has found the right woman for him because he changes his taste more than, I don't know, anything. You just can't stick with one person. You don't really, and at some point, if he's not like one of your favorites, because obviously in that late 2000s, he was really pushed really heavily to be a really big influential character. But when he's no longer your main focus, suddenly you just get grumpy Mardy Max who's not seeing anyone, and that doesn't really work as well. Like, that's what it was in the end. I remember when Max and Ruby Allen were together, and the most interesting bit about that is Ruby tricked him because she's like, let's have a menage a trois. Let's have a third. And obviously Max is like, yeah. And then Ruby's like, you like blondes? Yeah. Love blondes. And then obviously the gag is it's a man, and Max is like, well, didn't agree to that. And then they obviously split up, and then, that Martin and Ruby get together. The rest is history. That was Max in the end. So it wasn't good. It was not good. The rainy years was not good. The Ruby was not good. So he did definitely need that time away. He definitely needed that time away. Because in the end, he was just so unbelievably miserable. And that is a risk you do with bringing back Max. Because fundamentally, Max is absolutely miserable. He has not had a good life, and it's all his own doing. So the last couple of years was him sulking around, 50-year-old man, sulking around, not really pleasing anyone. And especially like the late 2010s as well. Like, But, and obviously they haven't teased any more than this, and obviously Piggy will read the article in a little bit, but so far they've not teased any like family coming along with him. But I do think that will probably be a unspoken kind of return in some way. Like, if Max does return, I do think there will be another family member with him at least. Like, maybe Oscar, when we know him, he was like a little kid and now he's all grown up. Like, probably a recast Oscar comes with him. I always make the dumb little theory that I would love for some reason for Cora and Max to be for some reason to be linked, despite them never getting along, and both of them they drive each other up the fucking wall. But I want that to happen because of fan service. But you'd have to imagine if Max returns, he's probably not just going to be by himself. But still, it is a very exciting thing. Especially a lot of stuff to coincide with, right? Right, we have, first and foremost, we have Lauren and Peter are back together again. They've just had another kid, and that kid is going to have problems with his sight. And instead of having a not traditional pregnancy in itself, but in that way, a big shock to the system. Raising Louis may not be the same as what raising now baby Jimmy will be. There'll be a lot of extra measures to try and look after them properly, and big shock. Maybe Lauren is still taking drugs in order to fight off the addictions, and is trying to wean off the addictions. We have Cindy there, and first and foremost, I've been manifesting the toxic Cindy and Max relationship forever, but I didn't entirely remember all the context. So, how Cindy hates Bobby because Bobby was the one who did bump off Lucy.
Yes.
Now, Max was sleeping with Lucy and was arrested for the murder of Lucy. He killed Stephen Beale and drove Jane out of Walford. So, probably got to be a little bit of tension there. And obviously, she'll remember what Lauren told him about Cindy and about what a shit mum she was. But still, even with that said, there's still a 50-50 chance that they get together anyways and just absolutely hate each other. But they're both just horrendously toxic, and it's just, I fucking hate you. I fucking hate you.
See, I just imagine it as they have hate sex. They just hate each other. The minute that light goes off in the bedroom, just fucking
that electric chemistry.
Yeah.
Just oh, fuck you. No, fuck you.
You didn't take
fuck
the pins
me.
out. You didn't take the pins out. How dare you? But
yeah. No, you say it.
But as I was gonna say, late 2010s Max, he's good at the start, but the problem is, I don't want to use the flogging the dead horse, but it's the only example I can give. If you keep stabbing a horse that's practically about to die, just let him die. But it's the problem because in the late 2010s, just Max is depressed. He's depressed again. He's depressed again.
Good in small doses.
Yeah.
I would describe it as. And he did kind of get the tragedy treatment in a way, but a lot of it was his own doing, right? A lot of it was him kind of doing it to himself again and again and again. And also, the one thing I did forget, baby Annie, his kid. Linda's raising his kid that I don't think he knows about.
He doesn't.
It'll be interesting to see, obviously, how he is with Lauren at this point. Be interesting to see, is there any familial connection with Penny? Is he actually gonna be a part of Penny's life? Is how are Jack and Max, are they on good terms? The inevitable Max and Ian little conflict that's inevitable to happen. Old new Peter, he's back. There's a lot of really fun different ways you can go this. And obviously probably the bigger one is Stacey is leaving again. And, everybody went, oh, it's just maternity leave. It's just maternity leave. She's coming back in a year. She's coming back. No, she's gone. She's leaving. She's leaving for good. She will be back eventually. But it's not maternity leave. She quit. She quit the fucking show. She was sick of how they treated Martin. She wants to leave. She wants to raise a family. And now, with what's been teased is that Stacey is gonna have Stacey's bipolar is gonna. I'm trying to remember what the right terminology is, but she's gonna relapse.
Yeah.
She's gonna, she will probably have a manic episode, and the Max influence with this as well. Probably, look, Stacey's lost everything. Max has lost everything. So, and when they're both in a bad place, you get this horrendously toxic, depressing, sad handies,
Mm-hmm.
bit of crying. It's just gross. It's not a good place to be. Why are you smirking through this? Yeah. Yeah, I love this.
The camera
Go
wasn't on me, but
tell me more.
the camera wasn't on me. But if you can take a TikTok out of it, that would be funny. Thank you.
But still, point being, they flock to each other when they're in bad places. And I'm not saying I want a big revisit of the Stacey and Max stuff, because I don't really like it as a whole. Like, even if they say like, oh, it is love, like, she did love Bradley, didn't really love Max. She enjoyed Max, she had fun with Max, but like, is Max the love of Stacey's life? No. It's just kind of, they just orbit each other in a weird way. And still, they orbit each other. It's kind of toxic. Like, what Christmas is it where Tanya returns, tells Stacey
2017.
Max 2017.
That's
that Christmas is the most bleak and depressing Christmas, because they're kind of together because they've just gotten together, but like both of them are just like, yeah, it's you. I'm really interested in you. I really like you. Oh God, guys.
Can I just say, right? I feel bad for an EastEnders fan, because in 2016 you had Phil, who's like kidney or whatever it was, lung or something, was about just to give out. They had to have liver. It was about to give out, and he had to have surgery. 2017, Abby falls off the roof. 2018, Alfie Moon, bad boy art. 2019, just terrible. Like, for the 4 years in a row, it was just being slapped in the face. It was horrible, and I never want to revisit.
Still about 2022, really. Let's be honest. But still, it's kind of and it just echoes further and further. There's also the ramifications, right? Even when Lauren returned, Lauren did make like kind of allusions to the fact of, I'm gonna return here, the place that my sister died. Like, and when Max left, Max pulled the saddest face known to man, and I love Max's exit because he pulls the saddest fucking face you've ever seen in your life. Like, it's hard. Look, it's hard to act sad, but fuck, he nails it perfectly. Watch his exit. Watch the little face he pulls. He's just like, he's miserable. He's dying inside as he's like about to leave. It's great exit. Oh God, I'm gonna have to watch it after this, but he's so sad. And, he has to revisit everything. He has to come back to the spot that Abby died. The thing that he caused, pretty much. Yeah, sure, no one could predict they would fall off the fucking roof, but Max went up there intending to. So there's got to be a lot of guilt there as well. So there's just so many facets to this. And it's about time. It is about time. Like, look... Not gonna lie, Jake. We've not really been doing much since you left, have you? You already did Strictly once upon a time. You can't go back there. I don't think he did I'm a Celeb, but that's ITV, and the loyalty. He did Celebrity Apprentice. Like, fundamentally, what the fuck? What the fuck else is there to do as a middling soap actor? And he is a good actor, and he does a really good job. But like, the time away will do a really good point, because at the end of Max, I feel like everybody was like, fuck me, finally. It's time. It's time to go. But with a couple of years taken off as well, it smooths off all the edges. It's why Whitney will get a hero's return when she's back. There'll still be the haters who intrinsically hate her. But because we've not seen her constantly walk into fucking rakes, just slapping her in the face like Sideshow Bob every single year, suddenly you're not going to look back at the previous ones and go, oh, wow, it's really nice to see you back. And, oh, you're not the same person you were 4 years ago, however long, whenever she returns. So we've not seen sad Max for a long, long time. And look, for 4 years or 3 years, whatever it is, it's a long time in soap. As you're watching like 210 episodes a year, you know what I mean? Like that's a lot of time. That's a lot of time that you start to remember, you start to reminisce, you start to believe maybe it'll be different this time. And I don't think Max will be inherently different, but I feel like Max will have a purpose again, which was what he sorely lacked in his later stint. He lacked a true purpose. He had his little weird affair with Linda, and then beyond that, he was miserable because he tried to go for Linda, and Linda went back to Mick, and so he's by himself, and he was just sad. He was just sad, Max. So now he'll have more to live for, being a granddad again. Being a granddad, helping with baby Jimmy, helping with Louis, maybe trying to be a part of Linda's life. Is there a way back for Max and Linda? Probably not, but they did get together before. It's the only one who was able to kind of get in between Mick and Linda. Like, is there a chance we get a rekindling of Minda? Or Lax?
Okay, fair enough.
I don't honestly. I don't think anybody shipped them. I won't lie. Even though they were together on the show, I don't think anybody was like, "I am the fan club. It is me in the corner." But yeah,
Time to read the article.
That's all my stuff.
You ready for the article?
Yes.
Okay, so this is going to be a whole lot of nothing, but a whole lot of everything at the same time. So be prepared. So I'll just start reading. Unfinished business. EastEnders shock as legendary Love Rat returns after 4 years as Lacey Turner prepares to leave soap. See, the way this was worded, I was like, is he helping with the exit, or is he just... I was so confused. Dyslexic
I mean, he has to play a part in it, but this is just conjecture.
Speaking of...
This is they're trying to plant the seeds for the storyline, quite like we do most of these times, where it's like, oh, this may happen. And then suddenly you revisit it in a few months and it's like, what happened? What? Did you know? No.
Speaking earlier this year, Jack admitted he missed being part of the soap, except one thing. Also, I just want to say, it's on the screen now, I love that photo of Jack with, I'd assume, his son, because it's just, why did you have such a happy face? It's just funny. Anyways, continuing on. The actor 52 will reprise his role as Love Rat Max Branning later this year in dramatic scenes. Here's a photo of Jake Wood. Here's another photo of Jake Wood as Max. Jake quit the BBC soap, BBC One soap, in 2021 after 15 years to focus on other acting projects. Classic EastEnders.
How did that shape out, big man? How did that happen?
I love, like, the camera obviously wasn't on me when you were saying he was on Celebrity Apprentice, but I was sat there going, who would have been on that season of Celebrity Apprentice to be for Jake Wood to be there?
He's been acting. He is the Geico Gecko, American TV and American insurance company. He's the voice of that lizard.
In America or in England?
In America.
Okay. So I thought it was like an insurance company that's in both, you know.
Hey, he doesn't even have a filmography on his Wikipedia. Fucking hell, he's done more stuff than this. Christ, guys, fuck me.
He's probably
all it says is he started a podcast.
Oh god,
about boxing.
Oh god, I'd love to see him. I'd love to see him do a YouTuber boxing fight because he's technically a YouTuber now. He's doing a podcast. Fight Ash. Ash will fight you, no problem.
I'll batter Max Branning. Nah, he everything he looked at, he's in good nick. I'll get twatted.
You get at least 15k, you'll be fine.
He'd hit me with a liver shot and just kiss me on the forehead on the way down. Kisses on the forehead. Thank you, Max. Thank you, Max.
Thank you, Jack Wood. Sorry, but I know we... Sorry, I'm just saying, I just want to bring this up again because we did this video like a year or two ago, but you've ruined the image of Max Branning because all I can see is that tattoo of the guy's ass with his face on it.
Find the video, find it, it's out there. I don't know how we got away with showing it. I think we did show it in some way.
We did. We got away with it. So... It's just his face and some guy's ass.
EastEnders tattoos or something.
Yeah.
Anyways.
His comeback on his side coincides with his former on-screen lover, Stacey Slater, played by Lacey Turner, preparing to depart Walford. A telly source said Jake's return is huge news for EastEnders fan, as his character made a massive mark on the show. It'll raise some eyebrows after he was absent from
Don't ask what that. Don't ask what liquid that mark's made out of.
Fair enough. It'll raise some eyebrows after he was absent from the 40th anniversary earlier this year. Bosses are excited about what his character's reappearance means for spicing up the plot. There is plenty to go at. Max has a lot of unfinished business in this square and is set to ruffle some feathers. Speaking earlier this year, Jake admitted he missed being a part of the soap except for the busy filming regime. He said, "I don't miss the schedules. Anyone will tell you."
I love having sex, except for when you're actually in the sheets and you're doing your. I love it. I love blowing my beans, but when I'm actually in the sheets, turning heads, fucking hate it. That's the whole point of soaps, Max. Jake, it's the whole point of soaps. It's the long hours. That's why you get paid like 300k a year.
That's not bad, honestly.
I mean, that's a rough, like.
He said, "I don't miss the schedules. Anyone will tell you how hard they are and sort of all-consuming, but obviously, I miss a lot of people. When you're at the centre of a big storyline, like EastEnders Christmas, something like that, it's a real thrill as an actor to be a part of that. Big storylines, big characters, big cock. I did about 2 or 3 live episodes, and they were always terrifying, but great fun." Obviously, you can find that clip of him with Jack Branning, where, Jack does that famous thing, that live episode.
Oh, yeah.
What? Lorietto Max had 4 marriages and 10 affairs. Lothario Max had 4 marriages and 10 affairs, luring a total of 15 women into his bed, including his.
Don't know why they're counting.
I love the next bit where it's like, including his son Bradley's partner Stacey. He left Albert Square to start a new life in New Zealand last weekend. EastEnders scooped a TV BAFTA for Best Soap, with executive producer Kate Oates teasing, "If you like a return, I don't think you're going to be disappointed, because there's potentially one on the cards. We've got some uncharted territory to tell you." Last night, EastEnders declined to comment. The actor reprised his role as Max, and then there's a photo with him with Sam Mitchell, I want to say. There you go. That's the article. I don't think there's anything else in it.
That's Mel Owen.
Oh, that's Mel Owen. Sorry.
No, mate, you say she's still not. You say she's not dead.
Oh yeah, she's right there. Yeah, you're right.
He believes.
I do. That's basically the article. There's nothing more to go on based on the article.
Yeah, they basically went, yeah, he will probably, perhaps, maybe play a part in Stacey's exit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Other hot take. I think Max will interact with Lauren and Cindy and Peter. Hot take. A bit bold of a take on me. Don't shoot me if it's wrong. But I do think Max will probably have some scenes with Jack. Whoa, crazy.
See, I really want it to be filmed like. Remember last year when they brought back, what was her name? Jane. And you just have the tension between Cindy and Jane, where they just have a bitch off. I really want that with Max and Cindy, where they just fight. Like, they hate each other so much, they have sex. It's just that passionate,
Yeah, down. I'll see it. I'll watch it. I'll lap it up like the cat who's got the cream. Just some of that. Some of that. Get that milk in there.
Yeah,
someone's deep faking that.
It's already.
But no, yeah. Look, if I haven't explained enough, this will be a very exciting return. It means business. Max will be back with a purpose, and that's what he was sorely lacking by the end. A lot of potential routes to take him in. Whatever you choose, be with Linda, be with Cindy, hate Linda, reunite with his daughter, continue rekindle his stuff with Jack, see how it goes. Maybe he comes back with a partner, maybe he comes back with Oscar. There's so many potential ways it could go, and that's the most exciting bit, as it's just good. It's just going to be really good. And as long as he has a purpose and he doesn't return, be miserable, and then he has a big storyline 3 months in, and then he's miserable again, he left for a reason, and it wasn't to explore acting opportunities. You know what I'm saying? He just went, mate, Max needs a fucking break. And he did. And now he's had one. So now you remember who the fuck Max Branning is. And you push him to the front and centre. It's not like there's any age for leading characters in soap. Cindy's been leading the show for the last 2 years. Like, it doesn't matter how old you are. It just matters if people believe that you're in the storylines you are. So, yeah, it's going to be a really exciting return. And I look forward to it. I want to know what all of you are thinking about in the comment section about Max's return. Nothing else. Don't want to hear any other thoughts out of your brains. Love you, legends.
And we will see you on the next one. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.